We could make him quit soccer today and just focus on school. But, he loves soccer just like I did too. Why do you want to help him play college soccer?
I mean, as a parent, you always want your kids to be happy. So I feel like his happiness is important to both my husband and I. And I mean, yes, we want him to succeed in college, but I mean, at the same time, I feel like that's important. And this, like, I have to mention that this has started completely like just as a way of me and my husband keeping him out of trouble and bad company. So where it leaded afterwards is a different story, which is good. I'm happy about it, but like it was all on him. I mean, like, yes, we drove him around and all of that, but I feel like he made his own path. So that's why, and now I'm like, we're going to support him, like,
Amazing.
no matter what. So
amazing. Okay, super helpful. So what I want to do is kind of give you a diagnosis on where I think you stand in the process right now. Is that okay?
yeah, sure.
So let's pretend you had video of some kind, which you do. Right now, the biggest thing is we have a problem in the sense that not only can I not see your video, but college coaches can't see your video either, which is obviously, that's an issue. So when we think about the recruiting process, you have nothing to show. As far as the recruiting world goes, you don't exist, and that's the problem. So when we're doing this, it's really important that we fix this, as soon as we can, because, we want to make sure that you can get the interest that you want to get. So first of all, no video is a problem. Nobody can watch your things and move forward. I know you're kind of deer in the headlights. You're like, I have video, but I don't know what to do with it. Eventually you have to pick. Now, of course, I'll be doing the picking for you. So that will make things a little bit easier, of course, but I just wanted to say it's important to know you don't have video. That's a problem. Number two is I think you're a pretty good soccer player because I know what club you play for. And I know, based off of those typical things, you're usually pretty good. But where you are right now, we have a problem in the sense that nobody can know who you are. So the next thing is I want us to fix your video. I then need us to kind of talk about which schools we should approach, right? You're not really sure which ones you should talk to, which ones you shouldn't. You have good grades. You don't have the best grades in the whole world. They're very good. I was around exactly where you are. And we want to make sure we find the right school. But the other thing, which I think you guys would agree on, is as much as we want to find him the right school, if we don't find him the right coach, he will be miserable. Would you guys agree?
Absolutely.
So in your son's case, there's kind of stages. So I want to write these out for you so you can kind of see them clearly, just so you can see the steps we need to take, in my opinion, with the situation he is in. So the first thing is, number one is, I'm going to share my screen, is, okay. Number one is the video. Okay, so the video is a problem. So that's number one. Number two is not only do I want to watch the video, but I need to pick your list of schools, and go, hey, which ones would be a good fit for you? You're undecided right now, but we're going to interview you and talk to you about what do you like to study? Odds are you don't want to probably be an engineer. No. So if you're not going to be an engineer, automatically that crosses off all the maths and sciences. So now we know he's going to be business, sports marketing, sports administration. So that, we already put him in the X category. So that's helpful. I already have a list of schools in mind. The next thing is camps. We got to pick them. And given you're 27, I make a certain strategy depending on the situation. For example, since you're 27, I would tell you there are certain camps we should go to and certain camps we shouldn't. And the next year we will not go to some of those camps. And then the final piece is, the list of schools is important, but we need to spend time finding the right coach. So one of the ways we do this is we have to fix your video. We have to send emails. Send emails, find out who likes us. Then after that, we find out who do I like, because remember, college soccer is a privilege. Most kids, do you know the percentages of kids that play college soccer?
No.
It's less than 5%, and less than 2% play Division I. So right now you get to be open-minded because we have space and you're playing at a high level. But eventually you have to be realistic. You're not going to Stanford, for example. And that's just the reality. Either was I. Doesn't mean you still can't get a great education and play soccer. And then the final thing is we all agreed that academics come first. But if you don't like the coach, you will be miserable. And my coach came to my wedding. My coach, changed my life. I'm just beyond grateful. So we want to find a coach who loves you that much and says to themselves, "You're my player. I want to build my team around you." Does that make sense?
Mm.
Okay. So when I describe that, I just want to pause there for a second and say, does that process make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. So now here's the deal. I'll show you this real quick. So when we work with students, this is kind of what it looks like let me do one more thing. Did I manage to scare you away from wanting to play college soccer?
No.
Okay. One of the next things, this is why I'm going to try and scare you away one more time, is when we work with students, you're going to get a coach. So for example, Alessandro, he doesn't meet with me on Zoom on a weekly basis. He has a coach. But I message him, of course. I edit all of his videos. I give him his list of schools. So he sees me all the time, but he has a coach. So you're going to get a coach plus me. Part of the reason there's two of us is, as I've done this process, have you guys heard about the NCAA before? I know that's new for your mom, but there's a federation, and they make new rules every day. So there's a new rule now where they just cut the roster for all Division I schools. There's something else called National Letter of Intent, which they just got rid of. So I go to these conferences. So I'm working for you going, which coaches need you? I have lots of people in the world of college coaching, so they tell me what they need. I ask them what they want, but I can never directly connect you because of NCAA rules. Does that make sense? So I'm not allowed to call somebody and go, let's say I see your son's video. I go, this kid's a baller. He should be playing at the big D1 school. I can't call the coach, but I can basically try and find out if the coach is needing your position. And then I have you email them asking it, even though I kind of already know the answer. So that way you develop the relationship. Does that make sense? And that's important. This is not pro soccer. They want to get to know you. That's really important to them. Now we're going to talk on Discord, and you can talk to Alessandro. It's bad luck, but my phone number got leaked at one point on social media, and I have all those people following me. So we put it all in an app so we can just talk to you. And your mom, if you want, Mom, it's up to you, but we'd like you to. We want you to be on there too, and we make a channel just for you and your son. Sorry, just for you and me without your son. So if you say to me, hey, Zev, you told us to go to this camp. I didn't want to let my son know, it's really far away. Can we do something else? We can communicate with that without your son. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we want to echo your voice. I'm sure your son's a good listener, but sometimes they don't want to hear it from mom and dad. So we want to help you with that. Then I will edit all your videos. So right now, you already talked about it. You have a bunch of videos. You don't know how to put them together. What I'm going to tell you for the immediate future is you either, if I said to you, you have your videos cut in clips, are they on your phone?
Yeah.
So what you're going to do is I'm going to give you an app called InShot. You're going to download this app, and you're going to upload all your videos to this app. Then you're going to be able to download it. Then you're going to have it on your phone. Then from your phone, you're going to it'll probably be too big. So here, I'll just give you a folder right now. We'll call it I'll give you a custom folders because otherwise it'll be hard for you to send to me. I have your email here. Okay, so I'm just going to make one, Luke video custom. So then what you're going to do is once you download it from your phone, it's super easy. Just download the Google Drive app. You press one button and it will easily upload it for you. It's super easy. And then what you're going to do is you will let me make sure you can access this. Share. Okay, perfect. And we'll teach you how to do this because this is part of the process. And now you'll just upload your video to here, and then I'll take a look at it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the other thing is we want to go through game video. You're at 27. So do you agree with me that you can improve at soccer and get better?
Yeah.
And we want to help you get better. So to do so, we want to go through the game with you. And then we have a Google Drive. So I'm going to show you Alessandro's because I thought that would be the best. So this is what his Google Drive looks like. We put his videos here, and he's got his highlight videos here, and we're going to do the same thing with you. And then if you have new video, like let's say you're training or something, or you are training in your backyard, we can always use something. Here's training video. So, we'll put it all together. And then you get this document. And in this document, we meet. So he met us on October 9th. We had told him we have to go over the following things. And, we meet each week. And then each time it's recorded. So this is a recording of the meeting. So that way your mom can see what we did, what we need to do, all those things. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And then the last thing is, I think you guys saw, do you guys see the email system that we have? I'll show it to you because it's okay. I like bragging
yeah.
about it. So basically, when we send emails to coaches, we need to send a lot of them very quickly, especially with your son because he's behind. Does that make sense? In my opinion, anyways. And he's also good, I think. I need to see the video, but I have a feeling he's good. So if he's good, college coach at the D1 level, maybe they don't recruit him officially because of the rules. They're not technically allowed to talk back to him, but he can send them messages as much as he wants. I need them to know who he is before June 15th. Does that make sense? It's like getting in line with the Apple store. You don't get in line when the store opens. You're not going to get a phone. You have to get in line and wait and be told it's not open yet, but when it's open, you're going to get an iPhone. So to do that, we have this cool system, which kind of makes, everything a little easier. We're going to give your son a list of schools. He's going to be emailing some top academic D3s because his grades are good, and those schools are the best. And also, I know he wants to play Division I, so we also have the Division I schools. And if you press select all, you click write emails, you click dear, #coach, #genuine, #school name. It will automatically insert all that information for every single school individually. So within a day, we can send an email to 100 schools. Now, there's going to be 25 schools that we really focus our time on, but soccer is subjective. You need to be able, especially for Division I, we're not going to email every D3 school, but we will email every D1 school that's realistic. Does that make sense? Because it's not, at that point, for Division I, it's not about, are you good enough? Like, if you're good enough, there's a bunch of people that are good enough. Now it's, do I need your position? Do I think you can help the team? Are you going to redshirt? It's very different. For Division III, it's you might be way better and they want you. For Division I, it's very subjective. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So then the school email system also keeps track of every email. So every time you receive an email, it will help you automatically file each email into a certain section. So here, was it genuine? Was it a mass email? Was it generic? Should we follow up with them? It will also remind you every 3 days if you don't get a response. So we follow up with them again. And then every time you get an email, it will take a note if you got invited to the camp and whether or not it was genuine or generic. Does that make sense? And then as a family, we're going to decide based off the email, oh, you got a great feedback. Let's go to the camp. Or you know what? I don't want you to go. Or maybe I'm going to watch your video and go, I don't care that they didn't respond to us. You're really good. Go to the camp. Does that make sense? And I'll veto you, basically. Okay. Okay. So in saying that, then my question to you now for your son is, now have I managed to scare you away from wanting to play college soccer?
No.
Okay. Sorry, Mom. You're still going to have to drive. Which is then to say to your son, is this the type of help you think you're looking for? For you, Mr. Luke, is this the help you're looking for? This type of help, this guidance?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And for your mom, is this the type of help you think your son is looking for?
Absolutely.
Okay. So here's the last thing. When we do this process, this is the price, which I know you guys want to see as well, is when we do this process to get all these tools and everything, we're a lifetime deal. So we're with your son from now until he graduates college. So not from now until he commits, but sometimes coaches get fired. He might need to transfer. It's not a situation we like, but it does happen. So we want to be there for him. The big thing is, if in 3 months from now, he's not being genuinely recruited by a Division III school that he would consider academically and athletically, then I'll refund you. And I'll say, look, I was wrong. I thought he was really good, which is why I need to see his video before I would give you guys this type of deal. And then I'll refund you. And if he keeps his grades at the 3.7, we're looking at $60K to 100K. 3.6 is a little bit less, but if he's a 3.7 and above, academic scholarship-wise, which you can only get sometimes if the soccer team likes you, is super important. Then there's also some athletic money too, but athletic money is very minimal. $10,000, something like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my last question for your son. We don't work with that many students. Why do you think you're a good candidate to work with us?
So I think it's just because like how hard working I am in both academics and soccer. Because like as I said in the form to apply for this call, like I've been playing since literally like I could walk, and when I first started, I wasn't really good, and I played for like an okay team, but then I like grinded my way up, and as you said, it's always better to keep like academics above soccer still. And yeah, so
And for your mom, that's super helpful. For your mom, why do you think your son is a good fit to work with us?
I feel it because I do not know anything about this process. Let's put it that's I feel like that would be the right answer because yes, I put the kid through college, but with him it's a different route. And I do not know like how to handle it. And I know he's good and I know he can make it. I just feel like we need the help, like you said, like to know where to go, what to do, and all of that. So, and I personally cannot help him. I feel like it's just like me. Like when I came to America, which was 24 years ago, almost 25 years ago, I had no idea. They told me, oh, you have to take SAT and Regents. I was like, what is SAT and Regents? So you kind of, it's like the same thing. Like, I feel like this is all new to me. And I mean, it's a process. So you need a guidance. So that's why hopefully, like we're able to like get it for him together. So
Yeah, well said. We're really helpful and really well said. Okay, so here's the next thing. I'm going to send over this email and everything else so that way you guys can review it. When I work with students, typically speaking, I need an answer from you guys within 24 hours. There's a couple reasons for that. One, I only work with so many students. Two, every day is less of an opportunity for me. Now, I'm giving you 24 hours, but I need the video. So that I'm going to email over that folder. I just need your son to download that app, upload your video to the app. Don't worry about making it nice. You don't even need a circle. Just tell me which one you are, relatively speaking, and I'll watch the whole thing. Then after that, I will respond to you and I'll say, look, your son is very good. Let's get started. Or I'll say to you, look, I don't think he's as good and we got to be more realistic and here's our new plan, but we'll still get started. Or I'll tell you, I can't help you. And then the final piece is when you see the email, you're going to wait till I respond to your video. But once I respond to your video, there's a contract. And the contract says, if you don't show up to meetings, Mr. Luke, I will fire you. If you don't give us more video throughout our time together, I will fire you. If your grades drop below a GPA that your mom tells us, we will also fire you. And finally, if in 3 months from now you're not being genuinely recruited by a D3 school, then you can fire me. Sound like a deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Last question for your mom. Let's say you had to work with me today and you're not allowed to, but just pretending you have to work with me today. What questions would you have for me?
Top of my head right now, I still feel like, I don't know, like, nothing comes up right now at the moment, to be honest with you.
Okay. That's
But,
okay.
I guess, we can always get back to you about that. I don't know.
I only asked the question
because I'm sure something will come up their own. I mean, I felt like the video was self-explanatory and you answered a lot of my questions. So
Good.
I feel I'm okay with it.
Amazing.
So.
That's the point of the video. So that makes me very happy. I only asked the questions so that way I could answer any of your questions. I know you want to talk to your family. So the last thing from me is this. I'm going to send everything over. I just asked that your son get me the video within 24 hours, and then we'll go from there. Sound like a plan?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Are you going to email me too? Or
yes, I will have. Let me double check. I have both your emails. I have here Luke Tonage, and I also have, wait for it, Joni Daytona. Is that yours?
Janita6@gmail.com,
yep.
Right?
Perfect. Yep.
Perfect.
Okay. Perfect. I'll send those both to you guys right now.
Okay, perfect. And then just one more thing, I guess. Just curiosity now. Like, so basically, it's like a site that we go in, and that's where all this communication goes through, right?
Sorry, ask me that one more time.
Oh, I was talking about like so it's basically a site that we will be logging in, and that's where the communication happens and all of that,
yes,
right?
I can show you what it looks like.
It might be a stupid question. I'm sorry.
No, not stupid. No, never stupid. So your son, Luke, do you know what Discord is?
Yeah.
Okay, so your son, the reason we use Discord is because the kids have it. I didn't make it up. The kids love it, so I just adopted what they already have. So it will look like this. It's a little channel. we had a student come yesterday, they introduced themselves, and then we make their own individual channel with their name on it, and it will say Luke's channel. And that way we can message him as much as we want. Then we'll have another channel, Jody's channel, parent of Luke, and that'll be your channel. And then you'll message us there. And you can download on your phone. You can download. It's not my website. It's just for the kids. The other reason we like to use it is if your son wants to send us like a video recording of him, like I'm really nervous as I'm going to my AD camp, he can send us, videos. It's better than texting. So that's what the app looks like.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. Lovely talking to you guys. I have to run to my next call. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Luke, just send me the video. I gave you the Google Drive. I just sent over the email. I sent the drive. So just do your best. If you get lost and you're like, I don't know how to upload it, just email me back. I'll help you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
Esther. Talk soon.
Bye.
Okay, very good. Hello, everybody. We had a lot of people here, and then we had a lot of people leave. Instagram was here. Now it's not here. Okay. I know you guys might have some questions. Thank you guys for being on the live. My kid doesn't like futsal, but it's the only thing in his club offers in the winter. Should I push him? I would say no. If he doesn't like it, don't push him. But it depends. Like there must be a reason he doesn't like it. It must not be having fun. How do you make it fun? Is it better to stay in academy or play college? Play college, in my opinion. But that's very debatable. Okay. Instagram skirts. Hello, everybody. I have to go. I'll be back soon, and I can answer some more of your questions. I know you guys want to talk, and I want to talk to you. I have to do a little bit more work, but I will come back to you all very soon. Thank you so much. But I'll be live again, and I'll do a live soon.